Hello MTV, welcome to my castle.
Bună ziua, mă numesc Victoria, sunt reporteră la Observatorul de Nord și astăzi sunt alături de Samantha Bartle, o profesoară de la programul Fulbright și aș vrea să aflăm multe secrete despre Moldova, despre America, despre experiența ei în această țară. Hello, my name is Victoria. I'm near Samantha Bartle. She is a Fulbright program teacher. And I'm so happy to have her here with us because we're gonna go through a lot of experiences and we're gonna know what's America like, what's life in Moldova like.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Mulțumesc mult. Bună ziua, sunt Samantha, sunt profesoară de engleză în Soroca cu programul Fulbright. So my name is Samantha. I am a Fulbright English teaching assistant in Soroca, Moldova this year at the Pedagogical College Muhemenescu.
Can you tell us how did you end up in this program and how did you end up specifically here in Moldova?
So my freshman year of university, my first day on campus, I saw a poster that said Fulbright and it said, "Do you want to teach English abroad?" And I was like, absolutely I do. I wanted to be a teacher. We worked really hard my whole 4 years in university. And I didn't know what country I wanted to go to at first. However, someone at my school came to Soroca 4 or 5 years ago, and I asked her about it, and she absolutely loved it. She said she'd come back 10 times out of 10. And the more I started researching Moldova, the more interesting it was. The language, the history, the traditions are so rich and so unique.
How's life here so far?
So far it's good. I'm leaving soon and I wish I wasn't truly, but it's been lovely. So I've got to experience this town, Soroca, a ton, but I also spent some time in Chisinau. It does just feel like a major European city, but I've been loving Soroca, and I'm from a city, so it's been so nice to come here and experience like just a town and slower life and really getting to know people and students. Yeah, just enjoying my time.
How are people to you here?
Anywhere you're gonna meet good people and bad people, right?
Yeah.
But the word I always use to describe when people ask me this question is welcoming instead of kind, you know, because people can be kind, say hello, goodbye, but when I came here, every single person I met was willing to have a conversation with me, to teach me something about their family, their life, and welcoming me into their homes, even if I met them only once, even a taxi driver, you know. And so this like welcoming spirit of wanting to share cultures and ask me questions, that I haven't experienced anywhere else.
Have you met any people that have left like a big impact on you or inspired you?
I think honestly Svetlana has been the most inspiring person. Svetlana is my mentor teacher, so I teach with her.
What's your favorite memory from here?
Oh gosh, my favorite memory? So there's this woman named Nina, Antonina.
Oh yeah.
She's a lovely woman, and she calls herself the grandmother of Americans. And she's hosted so many Americans. And I remember the first time meeting her, she sat down, invited me over, and had this beautiful, you know, table. It was my first Moldovan meal. Mm-hmm. She made so much food for 3 people. It was so much food. And I sat down and she just goes, "Cognac, pentru digestiv." I have a second favorite memory.
Oh really?
It's the picnic. So you were there, but the picnic with the English club. Mm-hmm. It was our last official English club, and we had a bunch of snacks and little activities, and everyone came, brought friends, brothers, and we had these picnic blankets set up in front of the fortress.
Yeah.
That was so special to me, seeing everyone. Yeah, it's just such a simple activity in such a beautiful place that I will love to. Yeah.
Have you encountered any difficulties here? Maybe people, maybe places, accommodations, or anything?
Not too many. There were challenges, small isolated challenges, but as a whole, not much. Getting used to a lot of snow was a little bit.
Would you visit, like, in the future for, maybe not for work, but just to see it again, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely visit. I plan on visiting. If plane tickets weren't so expensive, I'd come way more often.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What has piqued your interest the most? Like, what activity? Maybe food, maybe place, maybe tradition. What was like, wow, for you, like, wow, I've never seen this before.
Tradition, and this word is so general and large. Traditional dance maybe was the coolest thing to see throughout my time here, and the first time I saw the hora was with a bunch of older women, and they were dressed traditionally, and it was at the Apple Festival in Soroca.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
It was so beautiful, and it was so cool to see older women part of this dance team together. What's so beautiful about this to me that I've never experienced in the US is this dance is something that ties seemingly all Moldovans together through song, dance. I mean, the outfits are beautiful and they take so long to make. The older generation, every generation, even young people, are so passionate and involved in upkeeping this tradition. I think that's just the most beautiful thing, especially because a lot of people have this notion that Moldova, Moldovan culture started, 30 some years ago at the fall of the Soviet Union, but the history is way, way longer than that.
Now let's talk about America.
Okay.
Samantha lives in Maryland. It's a small state in the US. It's actually, I think, the size of Moldova. Surprisingly, it's the size of Moldova, which has like the open gate to the ocean and many seas, and it's just amazing from the point of view of the whole America. And I want to ask you, what's life in Maryland like?
Yeah, that was it. Thank you for that description. I love living in Maryland, and the older I get, the more I love it, because it is like it's like a mini US inside Maryland. So we have a mountain range, the Appalachian Mountains. We have the largest estuary, which is the Chesapeake Bay. In the US, we have oceans, lakes, rivers, plains, cities, small towns, cornfields, so many. So I love living there because being right next to DC, we're very involved in politics. Growing up, I loved living there. It was always busy, something to do. You can go to the beach, you can go to Washington, DC.
Can you describe one of your favorite activities or favorite things to do in your specific hometown?
So I grew up in the suburbs outside of DC, but my parents moved to a town called St. Michael's. It's a really small town on a river. And so since moving there, I kayak as much as I can, or paddleboard, or go fishing. So yeah, I love being on the water or near the water. Yeah, these are activities, I guess, that are specific.
We love fishing too. We're really passionate about it. Can you tell me some things that everyone should experience once they step foot in America, or if they go specifically to America?
Oh, yeah, America's hard because it's so big, I can't give you a suggestion. But I guess with any country, any state you end up in, do a national monument, something historical, and then look up something specific to that state that's unique and do that. So in Maryland, picking crabs is our crabs. So there's there's a specific way to pick crabs, and these crabs are only mostly in Maryland. So they're called Maryland blue crabs. And there's a certain way, you put them all in a pot, and then once they're cooked, you eat them a certain way. And we also have this seasoning, Old Bay seasoning.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Do you like it?
I love it. We're gonna talk about work, about the Fulbright program, about the scholarship, what it offers, what the Samantha ended up doing. Where have you traveled until now, and how long have you been part of this program?
Yeah, so this program is typically 9 to 10 months in any country you go to. So my program is 9 months. Up until here, I had done a small trip to Costa Rica with my mom. I went to Italy for a month to study education at the University of Bologna. And then I went to Hungary 2 years ago to volunteer teaching English for 1 month also. And that volunteer trip was what solidified my desire to come teach English somewhere else. So that's it. And then since being here, I have traveled a lot to Milan, Bulgaria for a conference. I went to Greece to meet up with some other Fulbright English teachers. And yeah, so I've traveled a lot since being here.
Have you went through other jobs until this?
Yes, this has been, I guess, the most professional. But yeah, I've worked at a lot of small businesses. So I was a waitress. I worked at a florist shop. I worked at a boat rental.
Oh, that's cool. And what do you see yourself doing maybe next year? If I tell you next 5 years is going to be too much, let's just say next year. What are you doing next year?
Yeah, next year I'll be working in DC. Where? I don't know. But I'll be living and working in DC. So I'm currently in the application and interview process right now, which is madness.
What kind of skills do you need to achieve this kind of way and to get yourself into a program?
So meeting as many people as you can, having people look over your application and asking people about their experience abroad. So reaching out to Flex alum, UGrad alum, that is really important. And apply to everything and don't stop applying. If you want something, there's a way to figure it out. Also, if you're interested in Flex, I have a document with advice on how to write an essay for study abroads, and I will email it to you.
This is for all the students that want to apply. Yeah. I've got to experience something like really, really cool with Samantha, and that's our English club from the college I study at, the college behind UNESCO from Soroca. And I just want to say that this was one of the best experiences I have had, especially in school, because when I was in my last school, honestly, we just had English and that's it. I know that this was inspired by a really, really cool movie, The Breakfast Club, and we're actually named The Breakfast Club.
The idea of English Club was presented to us by the Fulbright coordinators. So almost every Fulbright, there's 6 of us in Moldova, has an English club. And they wanted us to be in the classroom, but also have activities outside of the classroom. The movie is about a bunch of students who don't know each other and they have detention. And they end up becoming friends. Spoiler. At the end of the movie. Thank you. And thank you so much. It's been so wonderful having you. You've made my experience here so you have no idea. Like, so incredible. You and all the other students. And yeah, this club has meant so much to me.
We're gonna talk about Sam's personal life more, and that's gonna be a lot more interesting. Okay, I want to ask you, what inspires you? Who maybe inspires you?
Ooh, I don't think it's one person. I think it's, everyone. But I guess the obvious answer is my parents, and it's the truest answer. My mom, just every bone in her body is filled with kindness and love. And growing up with that was really incredible. And my dad is just this very wise man. And
if they see this, hi.
I love you guys.
You've given birth to an amazing human.
My sisters.
Ooh.
I have 2 sisters.
I wanted to ask you about that actually.
Fun fact, they are Moldovan.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not their Moldovan, and it was just so funny to find that out while being here, and growing up, my mom would make borscht at Christmas, or, we have the Merchushka dolls.
What passions do you have? What hobbies do you have? Like, what did you enjoy in your spare time?
Yeah, spare time, my hobbies have changed a bit since moving here. Recently I've been running way more than ever, which is also inspired by my dad. He's ran dozens of marathons. yeah, he's incredible. So he keeps encouraging me to do these races, and I've been reading a lot more since being here. And yeah, in high school I didn't like reading, but I've come to love it now. I think when you have to do something, you just don't like it. So now that it's a leisure, crocheting back home in the winter, a lot of yoga when I'm back home, and I guess spending time with my friends. I would say it's a hobby.
Just to end this off, maybe, what's your favorite quote? Maybe movie line, maybe lyric.
Okay, I know you're probably sick of me talking about
Oh my
this
god,
book.
I just learned this in like right
Did
now.
you? Really?
No, yeah, we had it. We have universal literature at college, and we learned this.
Really? I wish I was a part of this.
Oh my god, but we read it in Romanian.
This is my favorite book, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, and I'm sure it was great in Romanian.
Yeah.
Read it in English. It's a very good book to read for your first book in English. Very simple. And I don't think I can find the quote, but there is a quote in here, and it really stuck with me. And the old man, he goes, "People say I'm a strange man because I talk out loud to myself." He said out loud. I think I am a strange man. And I don't know what, every line in this book I absolutely love, but that was just so funny. Like he's just
So natural.
yeah, so candid with himself, and he enjoys his own company.
We will wrap this up. I'm very happy to be here with you, and I thank you, like personally thank you for your time and especially for coming.
But yeah, you have no idea how much you brightened my experience here, and thank you for all your help.
I'm super glad. I'm super glad.
Thank you for watching this video. I'm honored to be a part of this video, and I just want to say thank you to every single person I've met in Moldova, my English club, every single student, Svetlana Gutsu, Miss Alina, and everyone else that has made my experience just the absolute most wonderful year I could have had. And I will miss everyone very much, and I hope I see you guys again.